Well, that is all about the FKF Youth League. We'll be waiting to see who comes out as the winner. Now, I want us to get into our conversation this afternoon, and it's all about the Wadau Champions League. Yes, the final match day of the 2024-2025 season happening here at Absa Sports Club in Nairobi. And I want us to get into that conversation. Joining me now is Bob. Good afternoon, Bob. How are you?
Good afternoon, Robbie. How are you?
I'm very fine. Last time we met here, it was all about Kulundeng, but today it's a totally different conversation, and it's Wadau Champions League. What's Wadau Champions League?
Yeah, it's a totally different outfit. Generally, we are looking at a culmination of a whole year's participation in a fans league. We began back in February last year. So we've had 12 monthly match days. So today is the season finale, or the final match day whereby we're going to know who is the winner, who is the champion for the 2024 season. Yes. And it's mainly just as the fiesta, looking at the objectives that we have as a fans outfit. We're looking at preserving and strengthening our social capital. We're also looking at creating environment for growth, physical, social. We're looking at mental growth. Mental health is a serious issue. And we're also looking at ways to try to demonstrate the social and economic value of football and sports in general. So, and also the growth of grassroots football and fun football, or unfit football for that matter.
When you say that, trying to develop the social and socio-economic aspect of this, I've seen a couple of former players who are participating in different teams that you have here. What does that say?
Yeah, there's a gap. There's been a gap. Professional players play football, then they retire. Then what next? No one focuses on them. So these guys, we realize that they've been going through a lot after retirement. Depression, mental health issues. So we want to just try to demonstrate that we can integrate them. They're part of the society. We can integrate them into the society and give them a second chance and interact with the fan base, those who are cheering them when they were professionals. So we incorporate them in our teams, and we also help them to grow economically and through other avenues. Yeah, so that's why we have them here in numbers. At least each and every team, most teams here have retired footballers as players within them.
Yes, there's been some talk on social media. Not even social media. There have been complaints about branding. But when I look behind me, of course, we have all the teams that you have playing here. I mean, they have their banners and everything. And people are the talk has been, branding on stadiums. How is it that you guys manage to have this when the teams that are playing the top flight league do not have such?
Robbie, it's all about packaging. You package your product in a way that can attract fans, can attract other stakeholders. Yes. So as a group, as a committee, we've been trying to package ourselves in the best way we can, with the minimal resources that we have. And it's a wake-up call, or rather it's a challenge to the football managers in the federation to try and maybe work together with us as a Wadau or fans outfit, and just get to learn what we are doing that might also help them, because I believe there is no monopoly of knowledge, and everyone can learn at any given point. So we encourage them, or it's our wish that they can work together with us and for the betterment of football in Kenya. Yeah.
Before I let you go, how many teams do you have playing in the Champions League? And how often do you play when you have these tournaments?
This is a league of 12 teams, consisting of 12 teams. We play on a monthly basis. We have match day every second Sunday of the month. We meet as a group and just have fun and ensure that we meet the objectives that I've mentioned or have stated to you. And it's a 9 or 10 month long season that is always very entertaining and interactive. Yeah, for that matter.
How difficult is it to run this?
Definitely it is. As you can see, all this that we've managed to do, we are doing without sponsors, and we can also plead and humbly request sponsors to come on board, because these are an untapped market that has not yet been tapped by any sponsor. But We've been trying our best from our pockets, and we have a very cooperative committee and cooperative fan base, and also the players and the teams. They always come in handy whenever we need their financial support or any other type of support. So we thank God for the support so far, and we are growing bigger and better. This 2025 season, we hope that things will be much better than they were in 2024.
Finally, who's winning?
It's a tricky one because it's a competitive league. We're having the champion being decided on the last day or on the final day of the tournament or the league. We have Donholm Seniors who are leading the table as we speak. They're leading with 25 points, closely followed by Kulundeng. Kulundeng has 23 points, and then closely followed also again by Ulinzi Legends. They also have 23 points. So any team that sleeps, the team that wins takes it. So it's a tight one, and hopefully I'm voting for Kulundeng to win, but I know it's not gonna be easy because Donholm Seniors just need a 1-0 win, and they clinch the title. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Bob. Of course, we'll be waiting to see who comes out as the winner at the end of the day. The match that is currently behind me, it's a Hippos taking on Wazee Vitambi. So very, very interesting fixtures that we are having here at ABSA. But remember, we are continuing with this conversation. I want to speak to some of the stakeholders in this Wadau Champions League, and we want to hear from them how the tournament has been so far. And now that Bob mentioned that Kulundeng is second with 23 points, and you have Donholm Seniors with 25 points. So let's speak to the guys that are in pole position to win Wadau Champions League. Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Bernard Tuku.
Yes,
head coach Donholm Seniors.
Yeah, Bernard, first, before we even get to how the games have been in this competition so far, everybody I've spoken to says that the way Donholm Seniors is being run, everybody admires that. How do you guys manage to do it? How do you manage to make sure that everything runs the way it's supposed to be?
First of all, you have to have the passion for the game. And for us, our team has been in existence since 2010.
Yes.
And it takes a lot to be here. Yes. And I will thank. We have an office that works.
Yes.
We have our president, President Abdallah Yusuf, our patron, Karisa, and our vice patron, who makes sure that the team runs very well. They put their resources, that is in terms of money, and having something for the players, so that after the games, they don't have. We have try and help where we can. And that's how we have been running our team.
Yes. So how's the season been? You guys are top of the Wadau Champions League. How's the season been for you before we even talk about what to expect later on in the afternoon?
It's not been easy. As you know, football, you have competitors. Yes. And one thing I do is I respect my opponents. We have very good teams here. A lot of quality here in Wazee League. Because you find that people who have, in Kenya, when you are 30 years, yes, you're considered old. But for players in the Europe, even when they are 40, they can play. So you find that people who have left football early, they come to these leagues. Yes. So the quality is so good. Mm-hmm. And what we do, we try and compete. Because one of the objectives for the team is we try and win every game. Mm-hmm. And through even our fans, our 12th man, yes, we give motivation to the players. That's how it has been for us. Yes.
You're playing the final game of the day. I'm sure it's not going to be very easy, having in mind that the gap between you and Kulundeng is 2 points. What should we expect?
One thing that I say is you respect the opponents. We are going to play in trying to win the game, and we know what's at stake, and that's the motivation that we have. So what I can tell you is we are trying to give our best and hope that luck is on our side. Yes.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate for your time. Looking forward to that game that will be played later on. That is representative, the coach for Donholm Seniors, a team that was established in 2010, and currently they top the Wadau Champions League with 25 points, followed by Kulundeng. But remember, we continue with this conversation, and now I speak to one man that is called Willow. How are you doing?
I'm good, sir.
Why is it that people call you Willow?
It's just a fancy name for someone. I like dancing. Yeah. I just like good life, so it's part of my part of me.
Yes, your team is also participating in the Kulundeng, rather not Kulundeng, but Wadau Champions League. You took part in the morning, rather some of the games that were played in the morning. How has the season been for you so far?
I can say this. It was hard, but I know we'll finish around sixth position, 6. We can't complain. We just hope that this year will come back better, and even maybe fight for the title
Next season.
next season.
Yes. How hard is it for you to put together such a team? I've seen retired players, the likes of Shikokoti in your squad. How did you manage to put that together?
Basically, Leisa, we are about networking. It's not about football only. So we try and bring in former players, anybody who is related to football, because people have different kind of careers. Yes. So maybe you're doing insurance or something. We try and boost you up in your sales or something. It's just it's about a social network. Yes. Mostly.
Yes, it's about a social network. I've spoken to Bob, and he's also told me that it's also one way of integrating players back to the society, trying to make them, bringing them back to the society so that they can fit in from the life that they were used to. How have you been doing that?
By now, you see, like let's say someone like Shikokoti, yes. The way he's come back to our team playing with Leisa, at least he's meeting his former players. The guys he used to play with in the national team, in Tusker, AFC, and other. The bonding is there. Bringing back the life. They get to talk about their good old days. Yes. Yeah, the brother. We're most likely trying to bring the brotherhood, and maybe whatever he's doing. Shikokoti is a businessman, so here he's just getting connections. Maybe somebody is doing something, he sells some stuff. He's good at selling, playing kits. So he's selling to some other teams. Yes. So that's a part of boosting him too. Yeah.
Yes, of course, that is very, very crucial. And because Leisa, you guys have not been around for as a team. What projections probably do you have as a team going into next season?
Leisa, basically Leisa means Langata Environmental Youth Sports Association. So we don't only play football, we do CSR, we go for, this children's home, the well-being. We try and come up with academies for the small kids. It's not only about the former players who are there. And with the former players that we have in our team, at least they have the coaching ideas. So when we bring the kids on board, they just continue with the coaching. It's a smooth flow. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Awilo. I appreciate for your time. That is Awilo from Leisa, and of course giving us his thoughts on how they are managing to run Leisa. I will be speaking to other people here on how the league has been so far. Let me speak to a man that is not new to the game. How have you been? It's been a while since we had you here.
Thank you very much for having me. Yes. I've been well, yes. Doing well, still entertaining people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Wadau Champions League. I know you are playing for Donholm Seniors, but what can you say about how this league is run?
Yeah, this league has been run very well since last year, January when it started, February. The management, the organization has been great. We don't complain. Everything they're doing great. They're doing a great work. Yeah.
Yes, Donholm Seniors, you are top of the log. Today you are playing Kulundeng. What should you expect?
It's not an easy league. It has been tough, but we thank the management of Donholm Seniors for standing with the players and everything. So I think the only thing that we can give the office is just a win. Yeah, and the trophy, because we are capable and we are on top of the league and we are going for it.
Finally, how different is it playing in a top flight and playing this?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, everything is organized well. Yes. I think it's different from the KPL. No, here we include the family, we include maybe the wives and whatever. Yes, it's a family affair. Yes. So it's well organized. Yes. And we like this to go also to the Premier League and the Premier League teams to adapt this nature. Yeah, it will be a great thing.
Wazi, thank you very much. Of course, looking forward to that final between you and Kulundeng in the final from Donham Seniors. I want to finally speak to the last person in regards to how the tournament has been. Good afternoon, if you can face the camera. So far, Wadau Champions League, imekuwaje?
Wadau Champions League imekuwa sawa, but mimi si Wadau Premier League. So that's the difference. But what we intend to do is to bring Wadau together. So that's why we organize with Bob Jr., the CEO of Wadau Champions League, at least to have one venue for all the teams. And each and every season, at least they'll be playing the second week of the month, and then we play the third week of the month. So far, so good. So by them being here for this edition is a start. So we want to build on that, then at least bring Wadau all together. That's all.
So how different is Wadau Premier League and Wadau Champions League?
The difference is that their rules are different. Because mostly Champions League has a lot of ex-pros. There's no restriction. But in terms of Premier League, there's a lot of restrictions in terms of age and also longevity in terms of ex-pros. And also the restriction of how many ex-pros can be able to play. So that's the only difference. So in our league, Wadau Premier League, we only allow 5 ex-pros who have to be out for 3 years. But between 27 and 30 years, you only allow 2 players. And then it's open from 30 years and above. So that's the only difference. Yes.
Thank you very much, CEO for Wadau Premier League. But remember, today it's all about Wadau Champions League. Now, have you heard about